whether it's Europe, whether it's America, is the same. If you don't have papers, you're basically underground. You have to work underground to get something. And that doesn't mean you're going to get something good. The system is designed that you make the money, but you will never have the money. The reason being is you're paying rent, car insurance, taxes. So basically, you're working to give back to the society.
Personally, what really happened in the UK that changed the whole purview about UK?
Well, I was a young girl and my stepmother's grandson died and I was blamed for it. And I was 15 years old. Through that, police was involved and I ended up in a children's home. My dream is to come back to Ghana and to have an orphanage and a school to help, especially those who can't really help their own children. I want to educate them. Our Honorable President John Dramani Mahama, if you will give me the opportunity, I would love to do something, some form of therapy in the country and to promote the importance of mental health, because there is a lot of mental health issues that is going on in the society that we're not doing nothing about.
They've told our story, but it's been wrong.
Hi, Ambassador Vex. I'm Rosemond Owusu-Nyarko.
Nice to meet you.
And you as well.
So let us have this conversation about the Western world.
Okay.
I'm coming from a place where we see the Western world as rosy. Everything is going on perfect. You've been there quite some time now in England and Canada. Let us know the life experiences in there. And you can also share your personal or practical things that you faced as a Black person in the Western world.
Okay. So I think I left Ghana at 9 years old, lived in England for a while, went to school there. Racism was a big thing for me there in the 80s. And so I grew up, went college there, worked for a government sector for a while. And then I decided to move to Canada after a visit. And also from a situation that happened in Leave 97, where a young Black boy, Jamaican heritage, was beaten to death. And two of the people that beat him went to the same high school as me. And I think to this day, I'm not sure if they've been convicted because they were white people and he was a Black boy standing, minding his own business. This situation led to his parents, I believe, I think a few years later, the marriage got messed up and everything. UK, people see it as, it's for a child. I went there, it was good. However, I wouldn't say it was a place where I enjoyed it due to personal experience. However, I decided to move from there to Canada, which I love. I've never looked back. Canada is great, and I always say if my dad had gone to Canada first, he was supposed to be ambassador there, but he ended up as an ambassador of Egypt in 72. However, I believe that it's been a great experience for me in Canada. My children are prospering, doing well there. However, it's not as rosy as people make out. Well, you work. If you work hard, you will do well. However, as a foreigner coming from Ghana to there, first of all, you don't have documents. So how do you work? How do you survive? And that's part of all the European system. Whether it's Europe, whether it's America, is the same. If you don't have papers, you're basically underground. You have to work underground to get something. And that doesn't mean you're going to get something good. And the education system, UK is British system like here, but in North America is different, right? So if you do well and educate yourself well, you may end up with a good job and everything, but it's not everybody. People suffer. For example, the international students that came recently, a lot of them have gone through a lot at the hands of men who have deceived them. Some students have gotten pregnant. Who's going to help them? They don't have a job. They don't, you can only work 20 hours a month, I believe. And it's minimum wages. Rent is expensive. I saw a doctor that said they moved from Nigeria today. He said, the system is designed that you make the money, but you will never have the money. The reason being is you're paying rent, car insurance, taxes. So basically, you're working to give back to the society. So please don't think it's as easy or as rosy. And I blame us because when we come, we make it burger. Oh, burger, befie, all that stuff. I'm not a burger. I'm a typical Ghanaian who works very hard and live from paycheck to paycheck. That's the system there. Even those who are really well-to-do, it's still difficult because of all the expenses that we have to carry. But the life for children, especially in Canada, is beautiful, I would say, because that was one of the reasons why I moved there with my children. So, yeah.
They've told our story, but it's been wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ace Kanti. This is Viceman TV. Yes, you know, subscribe to their channel, put them on post notification. If you're looking for a channel that brings out every single thing that you want to know about the foreigners or people in the diaspora, it's Viceman TV that you need to watch. Subscribe to their channel, put them on post notification. My name is Ace Kanti. We're out.
Kissing Ghana, Africa, all
So if someone is wanting to move to either UK or Canada, would you advise the person to choose Canada rather than UK?
Definitely Canada. UK, the money is good, fashion is good because it's 2 years ahead. But for me, maybe it's because of my personal experience that I had there. But if I had to do it again, I would go to Canada. And my children said they've been going back to England and they said, Mom, you did a great thing moving to Canada because they're doing well. They will go back, they saw their cousins and they don't feel like they've done as well as they are doing. So I would choose Canada over Britain.
Personally, what really happened in the UK that changed the whole perspective or purview about UK?
Well, I was a young girl and a child died. My stepmother's grandson died and I was blamed for it. And I was 15 years old, which I ended up, through that, police was involved and I ended up in a children's home. So at age 15 to now, I'm 53 and I've, it's been me and God. And to God be the glory, God has blessed me with a wonderful husband and everything. However, that situation kind of clouded my view. It really made a difference for me. Even though I have family in UK, it was just me. But God uses trauma or drastic things to bring good out of it. Because through that, the home, or let me say the bar I was in, put me through to college. I did early childhood education, taught for a little while, about 7 years, and then I went to Canada. And now I have my master's program and I work in a hospital. I do therapy for children who want to commit suicide. So I basically help children. And I think my lived experience really helps me to understand because at one stage I did feel like I should die. And I remember walking on the Thames River and thinking I want to die. I want to commit suicide. And then it didn't happen because I remember I went to watch the Jungle Book. So Jungle Book is one of my favorite cartoons. Watched it and I was happy. I went back to the children's home. To God be the glory. Here I am talking to you guys. So everything happens for a purpose.
As a matter of fact, I really respect your qualification and the profession that you are in right now. If you have the chance to speak to our leaders, based on experiences that you faced in the Western world and based on available resources that we have, but they are unable to use those resources to benefit the Africans.
My dream is to come back to Ghana and to have an orphanage and a school to help, especially those who can't really help their own children. I want to educate them. And I think sometimes we put it as, not just African culture, many other cultures, because I come across many different cultures in my profession, that things like depression, anxiety, bipolar, schizophrenia, there's so much disability and mental health issues that we are not talked about in Africa because a parent will turn around and say, oh, you have a roof over your head, you have clothes, you have food, what are you worried about? But the child may be really worried about something that they can't talk to people about. So it's really important that the government invest in it. And our Honorable President John Dramani Mahama, if you will give me the opportunity, I would love to do something for this country because this is my motherland, to be able to do something, some form of therapy in the country and to promote the importance of mental health because there is a lot of mental health issues that is going on in the society that we're not doing nothing about. And I'll be more than honored to give back to my culture, to my motherland, and to help to promote this if the opportunity arises.
As it was said, it is finished. There's nothing more for us to talk about. I'm really interested and also appreciate your story and what you're wanting to do for the motherland. And as a matter of fact, in anything, you can also contact me in any way that you can help. Let us know how you
All
can.
right.
Thanks
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.